Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spurs Live. And in today's live stream, we are joined obviously by my co-host, Matt. How are you doing today, Matt? You all right?
I'm good. I'm nervous about tomorrow, but I'm good.
Well, it's good to have Matt back on the channel. Obviously, he was feeling a bit ill last week, but yeah, wishing him all the best. Before we do start, obviously, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We've been growing actually really, really well lately. The last live stream did absolutely superb. So yeah, big up to everyone. Big up to the people in the chat. Obviously, I know Alan was in there beforehand. Big up to Ellie who's in the chat. Thanks so much for everyone who has joined. So all right, Matt. Number one, before we start, I think because not many people have actually, we haven't actually had a live stream in a long time in terms of me and you, Josh as well. So I thought maybe we can take a couple steps back and just do an overall thoughts. Obviously, the main point of this live stream is to talk about the Romero injury, Micky Van De Ven update, and Scarlett return. But let's talk a little bit beforehand. What are your thoughts? Obviously, we're 6 months now into Ange Postecoglou's era at Tottenham Hotspur. What are your thoughts of him now?
He's brilliant. I love Ange. I think he's fantastic. I think the brand of football that he plays is just perfect. You feel like you've got Tottenham back. We historically have always been known for playing attractive football. We might not always get the results, but at least we play attractive football. And I feel that under Mourinho and Conte, we kind of lost our way and we became defensive. And now we're back to playing that nice, attractive, attacking football. So I think he's brilliant. And I just think that he needs to be backed in the transfer market.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, I'm spot on there. I think so far, in my opinion, I think he's been fantastic. I'm pretty sure you and the whole panel remembers me saying at the beginning of the season that I'm not too convinced over Ange. And I actually, I think you also wanted what was his name? Nagelsmann. You wanted Nagelsmann as well. Were you a fan of Nagelsmann? Because I remember I was a big fan of Nagelsmann.
I like Nagelsmann. I like him. I think he's I mean, I'm going to be honest. He's a better known name.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, you can't really question. I mean, Postecoglou has a winning culture everywhere he's been. Be it in Japan, be it in Australia, be it in Scotland. He's always won, but he's never done it on the highest level. He's always been at lower leagues, and now he's obviously in the English Premier League, which is arguably the best league in the world. But yeah, I mean, when he came in, I didn't know a huge amount about him, but he won me over very quickly.
So I feel like now that we kind of assessed Ange's situation at Tottenham Hotspur so far, 6 months. Let's talk about right now. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a simple. I wouldn't call it a stat. It's a fact. I'll give you a simple fact right now, and these are, if I can get it up, the players that will be unavailable in January. And the players are as follows: Heung-Min Son, Yves Bissouma, Pape Matar Sarr. All are Asian Cup and AFCON. Cristian Romero, Bentancur, Manor Solomon, Ryan Sessegnon, Ivan Perisic are all out. Then we've got a little bit about a doubt about Micky Van De Ven when he will return, and same thing goes with James Maddison. Now, in that 10 players, you could say, what do you think is the most crucial position for us to improve on? Obviously, centre back is a bit of an obvious one. But besides centre back, where would you say we need to improve on now? Now that you can see factually when each players are coming back.
Centre midfield.
Yeah.
I think we need another central midfielder, and I'd quite like another wide, like a real pacey winger. But the reality is, we all know that centre back is. I'm like, if we don't go out and buy at least one, maybe two centre backs on Monday, the 1st of January, then we're going to struggle.
Yeah. Spot on. What about Todibo? What are your thoughts on Todibo?
I don't know a huge amount about him.
Yeah.
What I've heard, he seems to be very highly rated. People seem to like him. So, yeah, I mean, that could be a good option. But then, historically, I've always questioned players coming in to the Premier League from other leagues because the Premier League is so much more physical, fast-paced than a lot of these other leagues. So,
yeah,
to be honest, it's really difficult to say. But then, at the end of the day, he can't be any worse than what we're trying to play with at the moment, like Ben Davies and Emerson Royale fitting in at centre back. So,
yeah. Well, have you had a chance to have a look at some of the highlights of Todibo? Because if you saw him a little bit, you can he resembles a little bit of Cuti Romero, in terms of how physical he is. I mean, look, for me, I think Todibo is such a physical player. He's a really physical player. I want to give you another option here. Do you what are your thoughts on that Dragusin guy? Do you know I'm talking about that Dragusin guy who is
I saw from Genoa.
Genoa, yes, exactly.
I saw we were linked with him. Again, he seems to be a physical player.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If by the end of Monday we have Todibo and Dragusin, I think I'd be a very, very happy man. Because right now, with Ashley Phillips isn't getting the nod. I don't know why. I just assume that maybe in training, Ange just sees him as a little too. He's maybe a little too young, a little too naive, maybe, and that's why he's not getting played. Because I'd really like to see Phillips given a go, but obviously Ange knows what he likes, so we just kind of have to see, really. So yeah, I mean, we are desperate, and I pray that we attack the transfer window from day one and just go out and buy the players that we need, instead of doing Tottenham of old, which is wait until the last minute. Well, I'm sorry, if we wait until the last minute, that means we've then gone through the whole of January without our starting centre backs.
Yeah. No, spot on. Yeah.
Van De Ven, I think they've put him as a potential return date as the 14th of January.
Yeah, that's for Micky Van De Ven.
Van De Ven and Maddison both have a potential return date at the 14th of January.
Yeah.
But obviously you don't know. But we need someone in sooner.
Well, look, the way I see this is the fact that in January, all you're trying to do is you're trying to just give that extra boost for your team to finish as high as possible. Obviously, people might think, oh yeah, that's an obvious answer, but in terms of you're not getting anyone for a long-term replacement, in my opinion. Now, I want to give you a couple players, and I want to know your thoughts. Obviously, we just spoke about Todibo a little bit. We just spoke about Dragusin. I want to get your thoughts on Gallagher. Now, Conor Gallagher from Chelsea. The way I view this player is, I think he will do well at Tottenham Hotspur. I don't think he will be anywhere near our starting 11 when our players are fit, but I think he's a great signing for January, simply because he meets all the criteria that we actually need. Because we need a central midfielder who's physical, who knows the Premier League. I believe Gallagher knows the Premier League. He's physical enough for the Premier League. We need afterwards a central midfielder who is good for backup. He's a good backup player. And I think specifically now, for now, he's that good central midfielder for when Pape Matar Sarr goes, for when when in the meantime when Bentancur is out. Now, what are your thoughts of Conor Gallagher? Obviously, I know he's from Chelsea and all that, but what are your thoughts?
I like Gallagher. I do like Gallagher. I like him as a player. I think he's solid.
Yeah.
He's not a world beater, but I do think he is a solid Premier League player. But we will not get Gallagher. We will not.
Okay.
And we won't, and 100% won't, because Pochettino likes him. And it's been reported that Chelsea will entertain offers, but they're not desperate to sell him. So they're holding out for a higher fee. And it's
50 mil or something like that.
It's reported that they want 45 to 50, and I don't think we'd pay more than 35 for him. So I really don't think we'll get Conor Gallagher.
Yeah. Do you think, though, in terms of ignore the price for a second, do you think that player suits an Ange Postecoglou team?
Yeah, I think like I say, I rate him. I think he's a good player, and I think he could fit well into our system.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'd happily take Conor Gallagher, but I really don't think it will happen.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. All right. Now, obviously, Matt, when you need to leave, you let me know. All right. Romero injury, Micky Van De Ven update, Scarlett returns. I think let's start off with a Scarlett. Let's start with the Scarlett. What do you think about Scarlett returning to Tottenham Hotspur? Now, yeah.
I'm pretty surprised by it, to be honest. Like, I like Scarlett, but I mean, we've got Alejo Veliz. We got Sonny, who's playing up front. We got Richarlison, who's finally started getting some goals.
Yeah.
We've then got Brennan Johnson. We've got Kulusevski. Yeah, I'm relatively surprised by it because
yeah. So yeah.
Well, no, I don't see him really coming and playing a massive part in our first team. So I'm pretty surprised that we've recalled him. But
interesting. Well, that's good, because now it actually brings up a conversation, because I had this conversation on this WhatsApp group, and so number one, just to clarify for everyone out there, once you recall a player from their loan in January, they cannot be loaned out afterwards. So therefore, Scarlett will be with us for the remainder of the season. Shame it didn't work out for him at Ipswich Town, but. So one thing I want to talk about, what's his name, Dane Scarlett, is the fact that, do you think maybe he's going to be the Dorrington on the bench? Because essentially, when Micky Van De Ven is back, Dorrington will move out that bench, and then Scarlett will become that player on the bench for me, because there's no other attacking options anymore. I just want to go through the attacking options with you for a second. Heung-Min Son's not here for January, so we're leaving him out. Kulusevski is playing that cam role, so he's not anywhere near those attacks. We're left with Brennan Johnson, Richarlison, Brian Gill, and Alejo Veliz. Them four. Alejo Veliz, who is an inexperienced Premier League player who plays for about 2 minutes every single game. Don't think Ange likes him very much. He's a more of a up and coming prospect, in my opinion. And then we got Brian Gill, who does not suit at all the Premier League. So we're left with two players, Richarlison and Brennan Johnson. Do you think for that reason we put Scarlett on the bench, or are you still not having him on the bench?
No, I can see it. I can see why they're doing it, but then. Yeah. I think we need to go out and get someone like Chiesa.
Brilliant. Yes, I agree.
I think we should be getting a player like Chiesa who's going to come in and be a starting player, rather than relying on someone like Dane Scarlett, who's young, inexperienced in the Prem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get you. Yeah. Fair. Look, so are you saying in January you want to get someone to start instead of a bench player?
Yeah, like we need to. Like the way our squad is decimated at the moment, right?
Yeah.
we need to be going out and getting starting players. We need to be bringing players in to improve the team rather than just pad out the squad, because we've lost too many first team players.
Yeah.
So there's
it's actually mental, the fact how many first team players we're missing out on. It's actually mental, no? I mean,
it is. I mean, yeah. But I did see earlier the players that Brighton are missing.
Yeah.
And that is our only saving grace, because they're missing Enciso, they're missing Ansu Fati, they're missing Kaoru Mitoma. So I think they're missing Tariq Lamptey. They're missing
a whole lot of players.
They're missing a good section of their first team players. So I think we're just lucky that we're both missing a lot of first team players at the moment.
Yeah. Well, that nicely moves me on to the next topic I want to talk about, and that is Tottenham Hotspur versus Brighton. Or should I say Brighton versus Tottenham Hotspur? It's going to be a really interesting game, I would say. I see, for some weird reason, I see goals. I just see goals. It's screaming goals.
Well, I think this fixture historically has always been a relatively high-scoring fixture, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, yeah. Alongside those games versus Leicester, I would say Leicester's also a lot of goals as well. Now, going to this game, simple. You confident or you're not confident?
I do not think I will be confident again.
Okay. Okay.
I do not think I will be confident in Tottenham again until February.
Wow. Okay.
And in February, if we have our entire first team back, everyone's fit, everyone's returned, at that point, suddenly I'm going to get some confidence back. In the meantime, I am nervous about every game because we're missing so many key players that I'm nervous. I'm nervous about every game. Who was our last game?
Our last game was Nottingham Forest. No, hang on. Yeah, Nottingham Forest. No, Everton. What am I talking about? Everton.
Yes, of course, it was Everton.
Everton.
Again, wasn't confident about that. I'm not confident about any game, and I will not be confident again until February when we have all our players back. And then in February, title charge.
Mate, I'll take a title charge. I'll take a title charge any day of the week.
No, I don't see that happening, but I do think that if we can stay in the mix up until February, then I think we could have a very strong end to the season with everyone back. And I'm then looking at it thinking we're then at that point, hopefully, going to get a nice, secure top 3, top 4 spot. I don't see us winning the league. That's ridiculous. But if we can get a nice top 3, top 4 spot, I'd be happy with that this season.
Do you think maybe a slight FA Cup?
It's possible. We don't have another FA Cup fixture until
February, no?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we could make a charge at the FA Cup. I think that's possible.
We got a comment here. Romero the best, says alone. Fair enough. Okay. So we talked about a little bit about how you're feeling with Ange Postecoglou, how you're feeling coming up to the game against Brighton. Do you think can we do a quick lineup prediction? Should we do a quick lineup prediction? Let's go for a quick lineup prediction. Okay. In goal,
Vicario.
straightforward, Vicario. Yeah. Right back.
Porro.
I'm going to give positions. You're going to say names. Right back,
Porro.
Left back,
Udogie.
Okay, now 2 centre backs. What's your pairing?
Uh,
I'm interested. I'll be honest. I'm actually interested to hear who you're saying.
Maybe Dyer and Davies.
Stab. Oh, Dyer, mate. Dyer. I'm going Davis and Phillips. Quickly though. Why are you saying Dyer over Phillips or Dyer over Dorrington even?
Well, they haven't been played. They haven't been tested. Like,
yeah,
they're not playing any games, so I just don't see that as happening. I mean, I think we're more likely to see Emerson and Davies if Dyer's not playing.
Sorry, lineup prediction in terms of who you'd want to see in the lineup. I should say like that.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. We don't. I would probably, for what I want, I would probably say I want Phillips and Davies.
Yeah. If you wanted it, you wanted Phillips and Davis. Once again, that's Leo here. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Leo. Big up to yourself. Obviously, go subscribe to Manor Hotspur. Yeah, so if your heart is saying Phillips and Davis, but your head is saying Dyer and Davis, I agree with you here. I agree with you in terms of I predict Ange's going to go with Dyer and Davis, although I could maybe see an Emerson Royale. I'm not too sure, but my heart is with Phillips. I want Phillips to have a go at it, because the way I see it is why should you give Eric Dyer more time when he's done nothing, when you got the likes of Ashley Phillips who's done nothing and hasn't had the time. But look, again, that's my opinion. Going into that midfield role, obviously, guys, get your comments down below. We want to know also your thoughts. Matt, who are you going for that CDM role? Obviously, a really important role, defending the defenders and maneuvering the ball to the forwards. Who?
Højbjerg.
Is that your head or is that your heart?
Head.
All right. Fair enough. Who are you saying?
Well, actually, is Basuma available for this game?
No, he's not available for this game.
Is Sarr available for this game?
Yes. Sarr is available.
Okay, so maybe Sarr then, actually. Maybe Sarr, not Højbjerg.
In that CDM role?
Yeah.
Interesting. So who are your 2 midfielders then? Central midfielders? Or a cam role?
Kulusevski and Lo Celso.
Okay. Okay, interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of Lo Celso, but we'll say okay. I think it'll be. I predict it's going to be Skippy, Pape, and Kulusevski. But yeah. Going up front for the 3 up front. Obviously, big up to Talking Bear here. Big up Josh. And what about Matt, guys? Show him some love. What's wrong with you lot? Mappin says starting Pierre Højbjerg will slow down the tempo to Celso, Kulu and Sarr. Mappin agrees with you, mate. All right, yeah. Fair enough.
I think, in all honesty, I think that is our best option at the moment. I like Sarr. I like his physicality. He's such an engine up and down the field. And then Lo Celso and Kulu, I think they give us a really good attacking threat, a really good attacking option. I think that's that. Yeah, I'm agreeing with Mappin there. Lo Celso, Kulu, and Sarr is my preferred 3.
Yeah, sorry. So if you're in the chat, hit the like for the channel. Appreciate it. Sorry there, Matt. So just so we agree on this, you said Sarr, Lo Celso, and Kulu. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's my preferred 3.
All right, big up. Okay, solid. That's a solid 3. Obviously, people would want it more balanced, but fair enough. Apologies, I just got a big up to all. It's all good. Who's your front 3 now? Your front 3 is an interesting one. Who are you going?
Son's still. This is Son's last game before Asian Cup, isn't it?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Yes.
So I would have Son up front. Or would I? I don't know.
Sorry, when you say Son up front, do you mean at the striker or do you say as a left winger? Just so I have
Well,
an understanding.
see, I'd like him as the striker.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that actually we'll have Son on the left, Johnson on the right, and Richarlison up the middle.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I agree with you on that. I agree. I'm going straight with it. Like you said, Johnson, Son, Richarlison. Simple.
Yeah. But this is, I want Son to start playing centrally more often, which is why I want us to get someone like Chiesa who comes in, and then we can play Johnson and Chiesa, Son up the middle. And yeah, that's what I want to start happening. But no, I think Son will play on the left tomorrow, Richarlison in the middle, Johnson on the right.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question on that because it's really interesting you're saying that. I had a live. I went on the stream, like I listened to a stream the other day, and someone was talking about how Son is a bit too. He's doing stuff he wouldn't usually do, and he'd rather him just play as a striker. Is that the same case as you, Matt? As in terms of, do you think Son is not being Son? He's doing what Ange wants him to do, and he's not utilizing Son's best aspect. So just so I can make it simpler, do you think Son, for example, should drop deep, receive the ball, run at defenders like he's good at, rather than getting the ball on that wing and then kind of slowing down the defenders and then going in? What, like?
I prefer Son centrally.
Mm-hmm.
A bit older. He's lost a touch of his pace. He's not quite as effective as he used to be on the wing. So I prefer him centrally, and I think he's very effective centrally. I mean, he's got 11 goals this season.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good return after 18 games.
Yep.
He's a goal scorer. So
but now that Richie's on the fire, he's out of 4 games. He's out in 3 games. He's scored 4 goals.
Richarlison has, yeah.
So you know what? It just depends on how you view it. But yeah, so I think that's good for the lineup prediction. Let's react to a couple of these comments. Keyword can our players build up our play from the back. Will our midfield move up front and keep supplying the ball to our front 3? If we are able to keep supplying the ball, then we'll be more.
Yeah, I think the reality is the way our defense is at the moment, we need to just be an attacking team and just score more goals than the opposition.
Yeah,
I think that's what we need to be doing. So that's why I'm saying Lo Celso and Kulu, because that gives us a much better outlet. It gives us we get the ball to the front 3 more often. We've got those players dropping in, playing out. And I think that's important because defensively, we are nowhere near our best, which means we need to be better in an attacking sense to try and get something out of the games.
Spot on. I agree with you. I mean, I think something maybe that I would say that in order for us to score more goals, we kind of need our midfield to be rock solid. And I don't think it's been that solid over the past couple of games, obviously because of the lack of quality in that CDM role from Bissouma. Threatening and chances will be created. Being clinical is a must. Very true. I don't know if you've noticed, Matt. Probably you have. What am I even talking about? You watch every single game. What am I even talking about? We don't score as many as we can in terms of the chances we've got. We don't always finish them off. That's gonna come back to bite us at the end of the day, isn't it?
Well, in our last 2 or 3 games, I think we've been a lot more clinical.
Yeah.
Prior to that, we were. I mean, it was the first 15, 20 minutes of every game. First 15 minutes, we should have been 3 or 4 goals up every single game. We did it against Luton when we scraped that 1-0 victory. We should have been 3 or 4 goals up within the first quarter of an hour. We did it against Villa, which obviously came back to bite us. So I think the last 2 games we've actually been a lot more clinical.
Yeah. Do you think at the end of the day the problem isn't really with creating chances, just being clinical at the end of the day?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're always going to create chances. It does just come down to our boys need to be taking them.
Yeah.
And now Richarlison is I see Richarlison as very much a confidence player. And now he's started scoring goals. I'm hoping that then he keeps scoring goals because it's the confidence side of it.
We just need to keep on giving him the balls. At the end of the day, he is going to score. At the end, he is going to score. Here are a couple more comments. Our backline is please read this. I can't read English. Is depleted. So if we are able to go early, 2-3 up, then we bring in a defensive midfielder, seal up the game. Yes, but I wonder who that quality player is that you're bringing on.
I disagree with that.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, yeah.
I disagree with that. And the reason being is because Ange's style of football it's an attacking style of football. It's not like Conte where you bring on your defensive midfielder, hold in. Like, that doesn't work. Even if we're 2 or 3 up, I think we still need to play Ange's attacking football. And that's our best way.
Isn't that though what Ange has been doing lately? He's been bringing on Højbjerg. He's been bringing on Skip to solidify that CDM role during games when we're up.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know.
It just really depends on how you view the game, because at the end of the day, one might see Skip as a CDM position player, but because he makes those runs through the midfield, in one's eyes, it might not look like he's playing as a CDM.
I don't rate Skip.
Okay, let's get into that then. You know what? Let's get into that. Why do you think we've got him now? Well, why do you think we're keeping him?
Because Daniel Levy hates spending money.
Okay, I'll help you out here. Maybe because of homegrown.
Yeah, it could be. Look, I like him as a person, but I don't think he is good enough for the Tottenham team that we want. I just don't think he's good enough. Yeah, simple
He's
as
not
that.
in the standards. He's not the standards compared to any other midfielder. And this is what I said last season. I said your starting 11 and your bench needs to be I'm not talking about Man City level where they're literally equivalent. I'm saying there needs to be a slight drop off, not a massive drop off between the likes of Bissouma and Skippy. Like, for me, that's mental. For me, that's mental. I don't understand how you can have someone that good like Bentancur and then put on Skippy. What?
Yeah, I agree. I agree, mate.
I totally agree. We had a fantastic defense, but we were too thin there, and now it's a low point. We have to outscore our opponents. So he agrees with you, Matt. Straight to the point. Wayne Bonner says, "Afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Wayne. Hope you're well and having a great day. What's the crack with Romero?"
He's out for 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a hamstring injury. Yeah, it's really annoying. I'd love to see our shots on goal increase. I agree. Now, I'm going to bring up this point. Do you think, Matt, we're trying to create the perfect goal too many times?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I think there have been times when we've maybe overcomplicated it, but at the same time, I think there's also been plenty of times when we've been direct and got straight in, got a shot away. So no, I don't see that as a problem.
I just feel like at times we need Sonny to get in a little shot on that right hand side, right foot of his. I think we're lacking that so many times. Obviously Pepe, Son, Bissouma take their shots. Sometimes goes pretty high. But yeah. Yes, I agree with you, but I've seen in these 4 to 5 games as we play now full tempo, press from the front, win duels, and create chances. But as the game progresses, we run out of legs and wear out. So I think he's referring to the CDM point that we mentioned earlier with Højbjerg bringing on a CDM mid game.
Yeah. See,
what do you think?
my issue is just coming back to the point you made. I don't think it's so much that like we're running out of legs. Like at the end of the day, that's the nature of the game, right? You replace people. I think our problem is that our replacements are nowhere near the standard that they need to be. And I think that's what affects it. I don't think it's so much us running out of legs. It's just when we bring other players in, they are nowhere near as good as the players that we had on the field, which then affects what we're doing. And we then don't look as comfortable. Joshy, I need to love you and leave you, mate.
All good, all good. Everyone show love to Matt in the chat, obviously. Matt, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully you have a great day. Yeah, you good?
Yeah, and I'll see you for the match reaction as and when we do it.
Match reaction. Everyone join us for the match reaction. But yeah, Matt's got to go. So big up to Matt. We'll see you in a bit.
Take care, guys. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Brilliant stuff from Matt. Much love to Matt, obviously. Big up to him. I got to say, him and Josh have been smashing out the co-hosts, but lately we've had to, we've had a bit of a slow steep or deep steep or whatever, you get me. We haven't been producing content all together for a very long time, so I'm hoping that we can get back onto it. But let's get straight back into the comments. All right, so would be looking out to seal out the game like we did against Everton. I understand your point with being on a CDM. I agree with you. I think we do bring on a CDM for that CDM role because we're lacking quality in that CDM role. Bissouma, since Luton, has not looked Bissouma before Luton. Whether or not you like it, you have to agree with that. It's fact. He's not looked like Bissouma of pre-Luton. Wayne, big up to yourself. Obviously, thank you so much for joining the show. Hopefully, you're having a lovely day, and hopefully, everyone in the chat is having a lovely day. And if you want me to have a lovely day, just subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it, everyone, and drop a like on this video, on this live stream. Come on, lads, drop a like on this live stream. We're providing you content. Trying to provide you content every day at 5 o'clock or 3 o'clock wherever you live. 3 o'clock UK. What am I talking about? 3 o'clock UK time. Yeah, big up to all rest who's in the chat. Big up, my mate. Hopefully you're doing well. So we definitely need a centre-back in January as well as a midfielder. The injury list is getting ridiculous. I agree with you. I think that the centre-back is probably the priority, but I'm a bit upset with the lack of midfielders we're being linked with. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. A bit annoyed with the lack of midfielders we're linked with. I'm interested to know what the chat wants. Do you want a data-based signing, such as a Vicario signing, which is based on data, not based on fame or at all, or would you rather someone based on kind of like how good he's doing right now, and not based on data? I'm interested to know what you're saying. I agree, it is ridiculous. Big up Matt says Talking Beer. Thank you so much, obviously, Talking Beer, for being part of this lovely live stream. I appreciate it. Depth of quality has been an issue at this club for far too long. Here's a point. Here's a point to make. You got a player like Eric Dyer. He's been for the same. He's been at Tottenham Hotspur for almost a decade, playing the same role for almost a decade. Has he been? He's been like this. He's been like this, up and down. And that's the worst thing for a player, in my opinion. I would rather a player just be like this. I would rather have a Tanguy Ndombele in my team than have an Eric Dyer. Now, let me explain to you why. I would rather have a Tanguy Ndombele when I know he's going down and I know I need to get rid of him than have Eric Dyer when he has a good half a season, which you guys can't disagree with. He had a brilliant season, half a season last season, or when he got into the England squad. He had a half a season brilliant. So he's going like this. I would rather not have Eric Dyer going like this and have Tanguy Ndombele knowing that we need to sell him. But that's my thoughts. Obviously, big up, yes, big up to you, Mapping. Big up to you as well for being in the chat constantly, also commenting. By the way, where are you from, mate? I'm from London, UK, United Kingdom. Big up. Romero out for the United game, so 4 to 5 weeks. That does take us to it's about a month. When are we playing United? It's about a month, isn't it? Hang on. It's about a month, I'm pretty sure. Just gonna check. Tottenham versus Man United. Where is it? Are we home or are we away? 14th of January. Yeah, we are home and we are not going to be seeing Romero. You reckon you get Todibo? I think so. Yeah, because he's the exact same Romero. He's like Romero, just more physical. You'll see what I'm talking about. He's literally like Romero, just more physical. And that's the problem, in my opinion. I think he's too physical. I think Dragusin is a more suited player for us. But I'll be gassed to get Todibo or Dragusin. I'll be honest. Both youngsters. Yeah. We don't need any more midfielders. We need creative forward that can finish their chances. I mean, I slightly disagree. I think we need kind of a central midfielder to hold up play. All right. We got a bit of news coming in. Big up, OS. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We got a bit of news coming out. Hang on. Tottenham have told Eric Dyer, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and Hugo Lloris that they can leave in January. Dyer and Lloris will be allowed to depart for free. Breaking news, guys. Wow. Tottenham have told Eric Dyer. So Eric Dyer, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and Hugo Lloris are allowed to leave in January. But Lloris and Eric Dyer will be allowed to leave for free. Big up to West London. Big up to Arkansas from the US. I hope I said that correctly. Big up Napal. Where's Napal? Is it not Naples? Big up. Big up to where everyone's from. Loving it. All right, get your comments in down below. I want to continue, chatting with you. It's actually quite good today. What else we got? You know what? I'm actually a bit annoyed. I'm a bit upset with something. I'll be honest. I'm upset with the fact that we didn't go for Bremer. Why have we not gone for Bremer? I know Juventus have gone for Bremer, but Glauson Bremer has signed a new 5 deal at Juventus. It was all agreed as revealed yesterday. I personally don't understand why Tottenham Hotspur didn't go for Bremer last summer. Why not? I'm interested. I don't know why exactly we didn't, but it's an interesting take. Now, obviously, we got to okay. Todibo is Tottenham Hotspur's main, obviously, target, and the club Nice want around 35 million pounds for the centre back. Ben Godfrey at Everton has been also identified as another target. Braithwaite, who I'm a big fan of, is appreciated too, but is considered a long-term target. You know what? I'm really interested in what's his name? In Braithwaite. I love Braithwaite. I think he's class. I think he would do well. Nepal, Arkansas. Brilliant. I appreciate it. I'm having some English lessons. I appreciate it. If they're allowing Dyer to leave, then we can have a centre back coming in. Correct. I'd still give Hugo a coaching role. Yes, mate. You know what? You're smashing it, Wayne. I agree with you. I'd give Hugo a coaching role. A replacement must be in place if Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is allowed to leave. I agree with you 100%. I don't think we can allow Eric Dyer to leave if we don't have a centre back coming in my opinion. With Hugo Lloris, I don't want him to leave. I want him to become a coach at Tottenham Hotspur. Stay with us for a bit. And with Højbjerg, I agree with you. I think Gallagher should come in. Personally, I think Gallagher should come in. But interesting. All right. Let's continue with this. Obviously, guys, if you can subscribe to the channel, it's very much appreciated. No pressure. It is just a button that will mean so much to us. Or drop a like on this video, on this live stream. It will mean so much to us. If you guys can do any of that, that would be gratefully appreciated. I know it's a 2-second thing, but up to you lot if you want to do that or not. Todibo is without Trojan Horse. He's a technical with the ball, has an extensive range of passing and vision. So with being a good centre back, he can play that defensive role with his attributes. Yeah, no, I agree. The problem with me with Todibo is too much aggression though. I feel like when he comes to the Premier League, he'll realise that it's a bit too aggressive how he's playing, and he could get booked a bit too easy like Romero did originally. But again, I'd be happy to have him. Obviously, happy to have him with Maddison and Bentancur. Obviously being out, I'm pretty sure you're saying. Brighton, Bournemouth match. I'm so worried. Yeah, you know what? But Brighton have got so many injuries though. They've got so many injuries. Tottenham versus Brighton. Players. I just want to see who's out and who's in. Let's see who's available at where can you search up? I don't know where you can search up. I wonder where you can search up. Well, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. In my opinion, it's all good, mate. It's all good. Here we can. Okay, I don't know, but I think Matoma's out, and a bunch of other people out. Matt did say, so we'd be glad to have him. Yeah, mate, I agree. I'd be glad to have Todibo. Everyone in the chat, hit the like for Josh, brilliant YouTube talent, mate. I appreciate it. Obviously, much love to you all the people in the chat. Hopefully, we're growing together, becoming part of the Spurs 9 family. And honestly, guys, we're doing not bad. We're not doing bad at all. We're about to hit 20k on Instagram, so if you do want to leave a little follow there, I'd love it. But if you can subscribe here, even better. Yeah, we are Tottenham Hotspur fan, and being skeptical is in our nature. It's literally in our nature. It's literally, this is the funny thing. I'm gonna read you a little chat that I messaged yesterday on my group. Hang on, this is actually quite funny. Where is it? All right. 8:29. No way. It's only 2-0. Yeah? I'm talking about Man United versus Aston Villa. 8:29. No way. It's only 2-0. It's only 2-0. How must you be? It's only 2-0. This is at 8:30 last night. My friend says, "Tot, don't laugh." I said, I'm not jinxing anything. Trust me, I'm not jinxing anything. He says, just wait after Thursday. Nah, mate. Then I say, mate, they are 2-0 down. He says, stop. I say, our game is on Thursday. It's calm. He says, okay. I said, if it's tomorrow, then I wouldn't talk. Okay. Meanwhile, literally 45 minutes later, 3-2. Oh my god, he came. He saw me today, and he was mad upset. He was mad upset. But look, at the end of the day, I don't know why he's upset. I don't know why he's upset because Aston Villa dropping points. United are going to drop points more often than Aston Villa will. But yeah, sorry for mistyping though. It's all good, mate. It's all good. Loved having you in the chat. Honestly, it's amazing. Talking beer, Todibo is halfway between Romero and Van De Ven. Fast and aggressive. That aggression could help us if focused. He's only 23. Yes, I agree. That's what I'm saying. That he actually has he can develop his aggression in terms of he can be taught how to use it. My problem though is that do you not think that if he's maybe gives a push a bit too hard to someone in the Premier League, it will be deemed as a foul, where else in the Serie A it wouldn't be deemed as a foul? No, sorry, in the League One, I'm pretty sure he plays. I get worried in each of our games, even when we play against Luton Town. Mate, if we play tomorrow against Sunderland, I'd be like, I don't know what I'll be pissing myself. Honestly, I'll be that worried. I'll be that worried. I'll be upset. I'll be worried. Yeah. So that's basically the nature of being a Tottenham Hotspur fan. Yes. So big up to everyone who's in the chat. Obviously, once again, if you've not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. The love you guys have been showing us lately, it's been unbelievable. So much appreciated. Yeah, we're looking forward to the match preview coming up. That will be tomorrow or today. And the match reaction obviously will be tomorrow. Trying to think, is there any other news? I'm just gonna quickly go on to Twitter. Oh, here's one. Here's one. I'm going quickly. Obviously, we love to show the Instagram out. If you have not yet, obviously subscribe to our YouTube channel. Run. Don't go. I want you to run and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Injury after injury, Tottenham centre-backs Micky Van De Ven and Cristian Romero both are set to be out due to injuries. Who would you pick as your centre-back pairing? Ashley Phillips, Eric Dyer, or Ben Davies? Follow Spurs Live for more Tottenham Hotspur content. Chat, who are you guys going to pick? League One isn't as physical as a Prem. They are softer on fouls. That's being said, Todibo has more reds and more yellows than Kuti over the last couple of years. Yeah, but I'm saying it's more softer. They are soft on fouls. They're soft on fouls. Yeah, it means that if he comes to the Prem and he does that, yeah, basically prove my point. Yeah, appreciate it. Do you listen to Chaz and Dave music? Glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur album. Yes, I have. A banger of an album. Yeah, not many people actually listen to Chaz and Dave. Yeah, thought I'd quickly bring that up. Hear what you guys have got to say. So who would you start? Eric Dyer, Ashley Phillips, or Ben Davies? I'm trying to think. Who would I start? I said to Matt I'd start Ashley Phillips and Ben Davies because I feel like Eric Dyer has been given a chance for 10 years. How long is it? Eric Dyer signed for Tottenham in August 2014. Basically 10 years now. I think he hasn't lived up to any of his expectation. So why should you continue giving a player a chance when he hasn't done anything in 10 years over someone who has joined the club just now? He's got a potential. He's got a future. Give him a chance. I guess Philip needs to step up, and Brighton are the type of team where youngsters can try themselves out with being on the pitch. Wouldn't bother me though. I agree, and I hope we start Phillips. I'm saying I don't think he will get as many fouls in the Prem. Just my opinion. I'd like to see though. Mate, I'm all for it. I hope you guys understand that. I'm all for it. I really want to see Todibo in the Prem. I would love to. I'm not backing out on that. I'm just giving something that we should be careful about, because at the end of the day, it's something we need to be careful about. Phillips over Dyer, I want to see what potential the kid has and how good he is. Yeah, spot on. I also want to see how good he is. I think he's got it in his locker. I think Dorrington as well. He was on the bench for one reason, simply because we don't have any centre backs on the bench. So yeah, same thing. Why don't we go see how Phillips is? Yeah, I wonder what the lineup is going to be for tomorrow. I really do wonder if he's going to go with. I'm quickly going to say my lineup again. Vicario in goal, right back Porro, left back Udogi, two centre backs of Micky Van De Ven. What am I doing? Yeah. Not Micky Van De Ven. Nah. I'm going with a centre back of Eric. Not Eric Dyer. What's happening, lads? I'm getting the Tottenham Hotspur curse. You see, like the whole. It's getting to me already. So it's already getting to me, and I still got many years of watching Tottenham, and it's already getting to me. See, I'm going grey because of how Tottenham are doing. No, I'm joking. Ben Davies and Ashley Phillips, obviously my two centre backs that I hope he's going to go with. I hope he's going to go with that CDM spot of PM Højbjerg, with that central midfielder of Pape Matar Sarr, and that right centre midfield of Lo Celso, I guess. Yeah, Lo Celso. No. Of Kulusevski. I hope he goes to the cam of Kulusevski. Brennan Johnson on the right, Heung-Min Son on the left, striker Richarlison. Do you think we're going to get a goal from Richie? Do you think maybe we're going to get a goal from Richie? Maybe a little goal. Maybe a little goal. Who knows? I'll be happy to get a couple goals from Richie. You get me? A little couple goals from Richie. It's never that bad. All right. I want to bring up another one. Let's go. Who's your realistic transfer and dream transfer? Who is it? Who is your realistic transfer and dream transfer? I'll start. My realistic transfer is Chiesa. No. Realistic, it doesn't mean we need him. It's in prioritising, right? When you say realistic transfer, you don't mean you actually need him right now. It's just a realistic transfer that you'd like to see happen. So yeah, a realistic transfer I'd like to see happen is Chiesa to Tottenham Hotspur in January. 100%, I'd like to see that happen. I think he brings so much to the Tottenham team that we don't have, and essentially he'll bring squad depth that we don't have. And a dream transfer. Ooh, a dream transfer. A dream transfer. I don't want to go with any centre backs because because we got our centre backs for a good 5 years. I would go for a. I said this multiple times, but now no, I actually don't know. Who would be your dream transfer for Tottenham Hotspur? I mean, I could say one that's a bit, but we got Pape Sarr. He's good. I was gonna say Bellingham, but we don't like Bellingham. I feel like we can get a better dream transfer. You get me? Like leave Mbappe out. Yeah, no, it's boring. Haaland, a bit boring. I think we can go for a solid like a striker. Like I want a good striker. Osimhen. My dream transfer would be Osimhen. Imagine Osimhen. Yeah, not Osimhen. Osimhen. Him at Tottenham Hotspur in that striker role. Oh, he's cooking. He is cooking. Do you remember when we were linked with him for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then that's it. Everything got shut off. Instantly. Everything got shut off. Yeah, that's my realistic transfer, my dream transfer. Honestly, I'd be gassed to get any of them. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a realistic transfer and a dream transfer. Last one that I'm gonna do today. Very quickly. I just want to talk about one last thing. One last thing. Can we talk about? Can I even bring this up? Yeah. Can we talk about this? This is the Champions League final starting 11. The only player who starts for Tottenham is Heung-Min Son. Comment down below your favourite player who started in the Champions League. Now, if you actually zoom in properly on this, you can actually see that Heung-Min Son is the only player who is actually smiling in this Tottenham team. I wish I can give it to you in a better way. Let me see if I can, because he's the only player who is who's smiling in this Tottenham team. The only player. Here, maybe if I got this, then I got this. Present, share screen. Like this, and then we got this. Look at this. He is the only player here who is smiling. His love for Tottenham Hotspur has been, he's always loved Tottenham Hotspur. Whether you like it or not, he's always loved Tottenham Hotspur. And it just shows the fact that if you can't get rid of the mentality, if you can't change the mentality of the team, you got to get rid of it. Let's start with Danny Rose. Unbelievable left back. Honestly, one of the best left backs we've ever had at the club. I rate him very highly. It's a shame how it ended at Tottenham Hotspur though, but yeah. Toby, one of the best centre backs we've ever had at Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously, you got the likes of Ledley King, Jan Vertonghen as well, but I'm saying his duo, his iconic duo with him and Jan Vertonghen, obviously one of the best duos in the Premier League, I think, at that time. Winksy, I can't believe how he started that Champions League. You know, he had a couple good games, but I can't believe he started it. Moussa Sissoko, the OGs, the proper Tottenham Hotspur fans will remember how good Sissoko was. Sissoko was a beast in that midfield. He was just strong. ready to beat everyone. Like, it was unbelievable. Hugo Lloris, one of the best keepers of our in the decade. In Tottenham Hotspur decade, he's been at the club for almost a decade. He's been a main player at Tottenham Hotspur. He became captain in 2015 of Tottenham Hotspur, and yeah, big up to him. Jan Vertonghen, obviously, once again, one of the most iconic duos. Him and Toby Alderweireld. Jan Vertonghen. He loves Tottenham Hotspur even till now. Dele Alli, one of the biggest prospect in football. Unfortunately, he went over what he did. He went through what he did. But everyone will remember the beautiful knee goal smasher 4 against Crystal Palace or against Southampton. Keep on forgetting. Pretty sure it was against Crystal Palace. Kieran Trippier, a right back that I feel like at times he was great. I think it was amazing at times, but it's just I don't like how it ended. It was a bit of a surprise move, in my opinion. Christian Eriksen, one of the best central attacking midfielders I've seen at Tottenham Hotspur. The way he maneuvered the ball, the way he created stuff was unbelievable. Just again, I don't know if you watched the documentary, but it's a shame how it ended. Harry Kane, obviously the best player Tottenham Hotspur have ever had. In my opinion, no, drop mic. I think he's honestly the best player Tottenham Hotspur have ever produced, and the best player Tottenham Hotspur have had. He's the best striker the Premier League has ever seen. The striker I'm talking about, I think he's the most overall best striker. And Heung-Min Son, obviously the one who is loyal to Tottenham Hotspur, the one who loves Tottenham Hotspur the most. Yeah, so big up to everyone who's in the chat today. Obviously, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and comment down below your thoughts on the latest news regarding Tottenham Hotspur. And yeah, without further ado, come on you Spurs. Great seeing you all today in this live stream, and yeah, bye-bye.